Hey everybody, welcome back to my studio and hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to do something to, hopefully improve your photography big time by making just one simple change in what you do or, sending you out to do something a little bit different than what you may do already. Now, as I've said before many times in this channel, I get a lot of my ideas from the customers who come into my office. As I've said before, I'm a full-time photographer. I run a photo lab. I do printing for clients. I do mentoring. I do teaching. I do a ton of stuff. And a lot of times people come in here just to shoot the breeze and they ask me questions, and those questions end up being YouTube videos because, we're a better source than people who are having problems and having questions and they want answers. But this video came about as much with me questioning stuff as it did from my customers. So before we get into the video, I ask if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button down below. Click on the like button if you like this video. Put in your comments in the comment section. It all helps me with, what I do here. So what came about? What brought this video about that, I ran into and I noticed in my own life? Well, I've been noticing in the last probably year, 2 years, maybe even a little bit longer, that a lot of my pictures are cookie cutter pictures. Now, there's reasons for that. Perfect example. Client came in last week. They wanted a picture. They went in the studio. I shot the same picture that I've shot thousands of times, and they loved it. They paid me the money. I made great money at doing it. They left. They were more than happy. Those things, you pretty much have to do. Like when I was doing weddings. When I was shooting weddings, I would have the cookie cutter poses that I knew that would be my sellers. Picture of the bride, the picture of the bride full length, the picture of the bride and groom together, picture of the bride and groom with her parents, with his parents, with the grandparents. I knew those were the sellers. I knew that those were the money makers. So I did a lot of shooting of those. Those were cookie cutters. You change the pose a little bit, but pretty much every pose was the same for every wedding so that you got those shots. Then you became more adventurous from that point. And that's a great thing. But I've been noticing a lot in my own photography and, like I said, in some of my customers' photography, that we're getting more cookie cutter. And I'm directly relating this to one thing and one thing only, and that is the use of telephotos. Now, perfect example. I went out to shoot something the other day. I had a telephoto lens on my camera. Instead of taking the shot that I saw initially through my viewfinder, I zoomed in and I made it look like, 99% of my other pictures. The same type of cropping, same type of eliminate this and move this and put the subject here and that type of thing. And I've been seeing a lot locally of some amazing photographers that I follow, as I said, locally, nationally, or even internationally, that their stuff is looking the exact same way in every single picture. And I directly relate that to the fact that we're using a telephoto lens, and no matter whether we're standing a foot in front, 2 feet in front, 20 feet in front, 60 feet in front of what our subject is, we're zooming in to make it look like every other picture that we've shot. Now, there's times that you're going to want to do this. There are definitely reasons for doing this, but there are definitely times when you don't want to do this. So here's a project for you. It's in the Northern Hemisphere here in Canada. It's beautiful weather outside. Take your camera. If you have a prime lens, which is a fixed lens, say 50 millimeters, 35 millimeters, whatever it is, 85 millimeters, that you usually don't use, put that on your camera. Take a half an hour, and go out and just shoot with this lens. Don't go out and try to get so that all your pictures look the same. Try shooting differently. Try to break that mold. Try to get outside of the box and take pictures that you not normally would take. Again, there's times when you're going to have to take the same pictures over and over and over and over again. Perfect example is probably as boring as you get, and I don't do them here at the studio currently, but that's passport photos. Obviously, every passport photo has to look the same. But guess what? Every business portrait does not have to look the same. You do not have to cut it half an inch below the belt buckle or below the belly button. You do not have to have it shot vertical format 99.99% of the times, unless, of course, that's what your customer's asking. But maybe a horizontal format will look cool for different purposes. Maybe you can shoot some other angles. Try different things that are going to get you out of the box, out of the set picture look. Not only will it improve your photography, not only will it challenge your mind a little bit, but it'll help you to explore areas that you, probably wouldn't explore if you could just zoom in and zoom out. Perfect example again. Went out, this is a 50mm lens, nothing special, 50mm 1.8 lens, picked it up from a friend of mine years ago. Seldom use it for a lot of stuff, put it on my camera, and I went out, I went to shoot some pictures. As soon as I put the camera up to my face, as soon as my eye went in the viewfinder, I noticed how much more I could see with this lens than I would normally see with the 70-200 lens or my 150-600 lens. All of a sudden I started to notice, oh look, there's graffiti there. Oh look, there's a tree hanging. Oh look, there's... And it actually opened up my eyes to a lot more stuff. And because I couldn't easily zoom in, because I couldn't easily make it look like a cookie cutter picture, it gave me the challenge of actually taking something with what I got. And it gives a complete different look. Now, I know if you do certain pictures with a telephoto lens, it looks a little bit different if you zoom in a little bit further and so on and so forth. But just try just a fixed lens without moving in, without doing all the little extras to make it look like a cookie cutter, and see what you can get. Now, as I've said thousands of times in this channel, don't do it if it's a commercial shoot, if you're getting paid for it and you're just doing it because, hey, I heard Mike say try this, and you don't want to ruin the stuff that works for you. If you're a nature and wildlife photographer and you always go out with a 600mm lens or an 800mm lens or 150-600, 150-500, 1:4, whatever it is, try something different. Try not zooming in so that all you see is the head of the animal. Include a little bit more atmosphere in the picture. It can make things look really cool. I've said this before, and I'll probably say it in another video, but I'm finding a lot of people are coming in here telling me they're not selling their nature prints, they're not selling their wildlife prints, and when I look at their work, it looks just like every other person that comes in here. The people who are coming in here and ordering a lot, the people who are coming in here telling me they're selling a lot, are the people that are doing things that are different. They're not using the 600mm lens, going out, photographing an elk so it looks like every single elk that's on the market right now. They're going out there and doing different things, showing more atmosphere. They're getting out there at different times of the day. They're showing more environment around the animal than just a close-up picture of the animal. So try this. Take the time, try it, get out there and see what it does to your photography. Put the comments down below. See if it helps you. See if it helped you to change the way you're seeing things. And then let me know if these videos are what interest you, and I'll make more of them. So until next time, have yourself a great day. I'm going to get some work done around here at the studio, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.